Okay, let's unpack this. We're diving into some really interesting stuff from the LPot community today. It's all about, what it means to be alone and maybe shifting how we see that, not as lacking something, but celebrating it.
That's exactly it, yeah. This community, they're really trying to normalize being alone, pushing back against that whole idea that if you're by yourself, you're just like waiting for life to really begin.
Right.
So the sources we're looking at, they don't just say solo time is okay. They're about finding real, actual joy in it through what they call solo celebrations.
Solo celebrations.
Right.
Okay, so the mission for this deep dive is understanding that philosophy, and just as important, the practical ways they suggest you can actually do this.
Exactly.
Framing it not as isolation, but like being a whole person on your own. So where do they start with the how-to?
Well, they give a few pretty concrete methods. And the big thing seems to be making these moments intentional. A key idea is creating a ritual around your solo celebration. So it's not just time passing. You're actively making a moment sacred.
Yeah.
Just for you.
Okay, sacred, that's a strong word. What does that look like practically?
It could be really simple, actually, like lighting a special candle you only use for these times. Or maybe putting on music that really hits you deep down, you know? Or making your absolute favorite meal, but like really focusing on it, no distractions. Even breakfast in bed or a really long, luxurious bath. The point is you're consciously adding meaning, making it special because it's just yours.
I like that. Taking something ordinary and making it a ritual. What else do they suggest?
So building on that feeling, that sense of occasion, they talk about dressing for it.
Dressing up. For yourself?
Yeah. The idea is like, you don't need anyone watching to feel special or to shine.
Yeah.
Put on that outfit you love but never wear. Do your hair, wear something that just feels good, feels luxurious, purely for you.
Huh. That really goes against the grain, doesn't it? That you only get ready for other people. It flips it inward.
Exactly. It's an act of self-respect, maybe. Another thing is giving yourself a gift. And they stress it doesn't have to be big or expensive. It could be a new journal or a little plant to look after or a framed quote you like. Or maybe, honestly, the best gift sometimes. Just time completely offline. Really being present with yourself.
Yeah.
A tangible way of saying, I'm worthy of receiving.
Giving yourself a gift. Yeah, that feels like a really direct way to push back against feeling overlooked or like you're waiting for someone else to notice you or validate you.
It really is. And one of the most kind of poignant practices they mention, trying a solo toast.
A solo toast.
Yeah. Imagine like pouring your favorite drink, maybe looking in the mirror if that feels right for you,
Yeah.
and actually toasting yourself. Toasting your journey, how far you've come, how deeply you feel things, how bravely you're living. It's a moment of, wow, real self-acknowledgement.
Wow, okay. A solo toast. That feels incredibly powerful, maybe a little intimidating for some. It forces you to look right at yourself.
It does. And that's kind of the point, I think. And lastly, they suggest documenting these things. Take a selfie if you want, capture the feeling, write about it in that journal you gave yourself, keep a little memory box.
Right.
They make a really critical point here. These moments, they aren't just filler between relationships or social things. They're actual important chapters of your story.
Yeah.
Your story.
So it's not just about killing time alone. It's about actively creating valuable experiences for yourself, by yourself. What's the sort of deeper philosophy behind all this from the LPot community's view?
The deeper meaning is pretty fundamental, actually. These solo celebrations, they aren't about like giving up on connecting with others, not at all. It's more about giving yourself first the things you might usually look to other people for. Love, attention, validation, celebration.
Oh, okay. So it's that whole filling your own cup first idea.
Precisely. The community really emphasizes that when you learn how to celebrate yourself, you approach other people from a place of fullness, wholeness. You come to them whole, not sort of secretly hoping they'll complete you.
That totally shifts the dynamic in relationships, doesn't it? It's not about neediness. It's about choosing to connect because you're already complete. They had some strong ways of putting this in the source, I remember.
They really do. Lines like, you are not a half waiting to be filled. And that. You are a light that shines even when no one is looking. It really hits home that your value, your joy, it's internal. It doesn't need an audience to be real.
So the core message, if we boil it down, it's simple, but maybe challenging. Don't wait for someone else to make moments special. Make your own confetti.
Yeah, it's a call to action, really.
Yeah.
For self-worth, for agency.
Yeah.
And the LPot community leaves us with this thought, you matter, your moments matter, and you never need a crowd to validate your joy. It's truly about redefining celebration, starting with you.
So pulling this all together from these sources, the big insight is that embracing being alone isn't passive. It's this active chance to celebrate yourself, to frame those times as significant, intentional chapters, cultivating that inner wholeness.
What's really neat is how these simple practical things, a ritual, a gift, that solo toast, they can anchor such a big shift in how you see yourself and your time alone.
Which kind of leaves us, and you listening, with this question to ponder. Based on these ideas, what small personal moment could you celebrate for yourself this week? What confetti can you make?